My husband said I wasn't attractive anymore, until his therapist pulled me aside at the cookout and said, he projects on you the same way his father did to his mother. Steven's been in therapy for 6 months. His idea, not mine. He said he needed to work through some childhood stuff, which honestly seemed like progress. I supported it completely, even though he never told me what they discussed. Doctor-patient confidentiality and all that. Last Saturday, we hosted our annual summer cookout. Steven invited about 30 people, including his college buddies, some neighbors, and apparently his therapist, Dr. Reed. I didn't even know therapists did that, but Steven said she was becoming a family friend. The cookout started normal enough. I was grilling burgers while Steven held court with his friends near the pool. Then it started. The comments. Babe, maybe try the salad bar instead, he said loudly as I reached for a burger. His buddies chuckled. I felt my face flush. I grilled these, I said quietly. I know, and they look great. But you've been saying you wanted to lose weight, right? He smiled like he was being helpful. I hadn't said that. He had. An hour later, I was refilling the cooler with drinks when Dr. Reed approached. She was mid-40s, professional but warm. I'd seen her exactly once when Steven introduced us at the start of the party. Lauren, right? She asked. That's me. She glanced around, making sure we were alone by the side of the house. Can I speak frankly with you? This is off the record, but I think you need to hear something. My heart started pounding. Okay. In our sessions, Steven talks constantly about your appearance, your weight, your clothes, your hair, how you used to look versus now. It's become the primary focus of his therapy. I felt sick. I didn't know that. I gathered you didn't, she said gently. Here's what concerns me. Steven's father did the exact same thing to his mother for 30 years. The constant criticism, the public comments, the concerned trolling disguised as care. I stared at her. Steven's mother was a runway model in the 70s. Dr. Reed continued, drop dead gorgeous by any standard. His father spent 3 decades telling her she was letting herself go, that she needed to try harder, that she was embarrassing him. She developed an eating disorder at 45. I had no idea, I whispered. Steven barely mentions it, but here's the thing. It's textbook projection. His father was balding, overweight, aging like everyone does, but instead of dealing with his own insecurity, he targeted the person closest to him, made her responsible for his fear of getting older. I looked across the yard. Steven was laughing with his college buddies. Every single one of them was graying, thickening around the middle, showing normal signs of being in their 40s. Steven included. Why are you telling me this? I asked. Dr. Reed's expression softened. Because I just watched him criticize what you eat at your own cookout. I've watched him make 3 separate comments about your appearance in the past hour alone. And professionally, I can tell you, this pattern doesn't get better without major intervention. It gets worse. Should he be in different therapy, or he needs to recognize what he's doing first? And frankly, Lauren, you need to decide if you want to spend the next 30 years like his mother did. She walked away before I could respond. The rest of the cookout felt surreal. I started noticing everything. How Steven only introduced me as my wife without mentioning my name. How he redirected conversations away from my job at the architecture firm. How he physically positioned himself between me and his male friends. That night, after everyone left, Steven started his usual routine. Great party, babe. Although maybe tomorrow we could look into that gym membership again. I saw a Groupon. Your therapist told me about your father. I interrupted. The color drained from his face. She what? She had no right to. She had every right. She watched you publicly humiliate me for hours and told me I deserve better. That's a violation of doctor-patient confidentiality. I'm reporting her. She didn't violate anything, Steven. She observed you treating me like your father treated your mother. Then she gave me information that apparently you've been too ashamed to share yourself. He switched tactics immediately. Look, I didn't mean anything by those comments. I'm just worried about your health. Stop. Just stop. I felt surprisingly calm. I'm 42 years old. I've had 2 kids. I work 50 hours a week, and I'm done pretending your criticism is concern. You're overreacting. Your mother developed an eating disorder because of your father. Did you know that? Your therapist just told me. His mouth opened and closed. I'm filing for divorce, I said. You can work through your father issues without projecting them onto me. I moved to my sister's house that night. His father called 2 days later, screaming about how I was abandoning his son during a vulnerable time, how I was selfish, how I'd regret this. Like father, like son.